Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to every single one of you out there watching this video. Welcome to recent gaming news. We have plenty to talk about, so let's start. We got a triple news event moment. New year, new months, and new games on Game Pass. Just in case you didn't have anything to play before the release of new games, then the fabulous service from Xbox has you covered. On Wednesday of this week, January 3rd, Game Pass posted on its social media accounts the newest list of games to come into the service for the first half of the month. And we got Close to the Sun, Hell Let Loose, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Super Mega Baseball 4, We Happy Few, Resident Evil 2, and Those Who Remain. Now there are quite some major games, some big chunk time spenders, and good single-player games to start 2024. Valhalla alone, if you wish to complete it, it can take up to 200 hours. I could be wrong, could be more. It's a very lengthy game. But if playing another Creed game isn't for you, then there's Resident Evil 2 Remake, which did incredibly well on release, and Capcom put a lot of love into remaking the greatness of the original in this one. Now, the service so far this year and from previous months in 2023 did a great job to bring in headline titles to keep players entertained, and this month is a great continuation of having awesome experiences for those subscribed. I cannot even imagine what's gonna come for the rest of the month. Ubisoft announced Star Wars Outlaws last year. It looked engaging with stealth combat and exploration gameplay aligned to set the mood, adventure, and feel of an outlaw. Of course, there's still the fear of Ubisoft doing their Ubisoft product of diluting gameplay to be the same as any other Ubisoft game. But something in me still continues to cope and hopes that it won't happen, and Ubisoft will see the light. Either way, the game was never announced with a date, and earlier in 2023, rumors came out saying that the game would come out around middle of 2025, then some placed it on early 2024, but now we got new rumors, possibly confirmed, that Star Wars Outlaws will come out late 2024. This is according to a new blog post published by a Disney website, Disney Parks blog. The headline of the blog is 24 things coming in 2024, while almost all of the stuff mentioned is around Disney's theme parks. On number 22, Star Wars Outlaws shows up with a release of 2024. Now, the reason it is most likely to come out late 2024 is because back in October of 2023, Ubisoft had announced one of their larger games was hit with a delay. Back then, some thought it would be the Avatar game, but since that one has already come out, now it is more apparent it was referring to Star Wars Outlaws. Most likely, this will be answered by summer. I know it's a long time, it's not even spring, but I mean, it's probably when Ubisoft is going to hold their direct and tell the full information of more upcoming games. A great thing that happened before the closure of 2023 was the departure of Bobby Kotick from Activision. Since the resolution of the acquisition between Xbox and Activision was completed, one of the changes set to occur afterwards was the removal of the CEO. Despised by many, Bobby Kotick left the company without suffering any repercussions and with a big fat chunk of money. Not long after his departure, a former employee shared on Twitter one of the many bad attitudes the CEO had. In this case, former programmer for Code Games shares how Kotick one time threatened to have an employee killed, which Kotick even admitted to saying and settled out of court when sued. So yeah, terrible human being, what a dingo. But at least he's out of the industry for now. Now Activision is under full control of Xbox. Hopefully the company will take a turn for the better, and soon enough we'll hear about the new upcoming games or new changes that will be done to the company. Hopefully Call of Duty stops being an annual release. The following should be taken with a grain of big salt, like rivers of salt, because according to a leaker, Xbox might be holding another developer direct like it did in 2023, where 4 games were showcased and one of those was shadow dropped on the same day. Leaker Ecstasy seems to think Xbox is prepping for another developer direct at the end of this month, and in which the studio will also shadow drop another game from Double Fine, the creators of Psychonauts 2. He speculates that the game shadow drop is possible to not drop on that same date, but possibly later following the next couple of weeks, or maybe just be a game date announcement. Do I think this is true? I highly doubt it. While the big Hi-Fi Rush surprise was amazing, Xbox duplicating that event wouldn't be as magical. The reason why it worked last year is the fact that it was a surprise. And doing it again this year it will send players into a frenzy of emotions. The occurrence of a shadow dropping games on the same month sets a precedent that it's likely Xbox doesn't want fans to maintain for each January. I mean, it will be awesome, but highly unlikely. Now, Mickey Mouse is no longer Disney's property. Specifically talking about Steamboat Willie, which became public domain at the beginning of 2024. Since then, a couple of upcoming movies and games have been announced that the use of the character in horror settings. What a surprise. Just as Winnie the Pooh and other characters have gone through a rebranding with horror after copyright laws have set them on public domain, now Steamboat Willie is experiencing the changes as it will come out on a new horror game called Infestation Origins, previously called Infestation 88. The game places the player inside a horrific setting where Steamboat Willie is the source of a new biological problem where the character controls rats and mutates them. Our mission is to survive and stop this former Disney employee after going rogue from losing his paycheck from the mega corporation. Not that that is the plot, but it could be. Either way, is anyone excited to run away from Mickey Mouse? I mean, Steamboat Willie? Finally, the last piece of news. Horizon will become an MMORPG. Not that Horizon, this Horizon. That's right. Through job listings published by the company, we can start to speculate since The Last of Us was unsuccessful in turning their franchise into a money grabber Destiny 2, why not turn the robotic world of Horizon into one? Tired of killing multi-dimensional aliens like in Destiny or Warframe? Why not give it a shot to Horizon MMO or RPG? What will the game become is uncertain. Will the game be completed? Impossible to tell. Sony is putting all their money into creating the next big live service game. The Last of Us didn't work, but Destiny 2 seems to be now facing problems, and any other project has already either been cancelled or it's still in its baby steps of production. Now Horizon is sent into the live service battle. My best bet is the game becomes a Monster Hunter-like game, and it will make the most sense. You send players into a world of hunting these enormous, gigantic robotic monsters. If done well, it could work on their favor. But unless Sony wants to seek that money and turns the game into a mobile MMO. But that's all for this episode. What are your thoughts on this gaming news? Let me know in the comment section. I'm the Honey Badger, and I love to talk about everything gaming from news to games. If you liked the video, remember to like and share. It really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Keep on gaming.